5. Oh, yeah. Let's try bringing me down. Don't bring me down. Hey, everybody. Adam Savage in my cave. And I want to talk about finger oiler. I want to talk about oil today. Oil is in a maker shop like mine. Oils are something I have a lot of. Oh, right. Yeah, I'll show you what I mean. This is the oil shelf, and this is just most of the oils that I use in the shop. I've got some larger vessels for other kinds. And I need to maintain a certain complement of different weights and viscosities and oils for different purposes. And there's a few oils that I need to keep around and actually like accessible on a bench, on the mill. And that's tapping oil, that's cutting oil. Those are two different. I mean, they overlap, but they're slightly different. And then there's light machine oil, which comes up all the time when I'm repairing stuff. And I have tried a few different things. Like at one point, I made an acrylic cup with a fat bottom because I thought that would keep it from tipping over. I was wrong. And the biggest issue I have with self-making vessels for oil so that I can have it at my disposal really close by is specifically that they tip over and I spill oil everywhere. And there's like, I'm only spilling a dozen tablespoons at any given time, but it's an awful waste. I'm thrifty. I don't like wasting stuff. So I was looking at solutions and I realized, you know what? I could get some antique finger oilers. And so I picked up, here's something I love about eBay. All 4 of these, $24. Finger oilers, lot. Now, the thing that is super obvious is that these are filthy. And so I'm going to clean them. And one of my favorite tools is the parts washer. We've done videos. So, sorry, I will include a link to the oil shelf build in the description and the introduction to my parts washer, which is like a cheapo Harbor Freight big red parts washer. And it's one of the better additions I have had to my shop. I was very surprised by how much the parts washer, which is basically just a recirculating pump for degreaser. That's it. But man, it cuts down like that's a guess. When you pull stuff apart, sometimes there's big chunks of grease in there. This is how to take care of that. Not your kitchen sink, not even your slop sink. Hello. So I'm going to put on some gloves. I think that's where I can pick up. I'm going to put on some gloves and I'm going to do some cleaning of my brand new finger oilers. Hey, just in case you're brand new and have never seen one of these before, they are actually kind of really brilliant. It is a metal cup, as you can see, with a screw top so you can fill it full of what you want to distribute. And then it's got a slightly sprung, that's it. That's how you distribute the oil. Just give it a little, and I'm really gonna, that's a good one. I've certainly bought them where the spring had left their step. Ooh, you can really feel it. These are filthy inside. So, yeah, here we go. I'm going to give you a slightly better view on this. You don't have to wear gloves with this degreaser. It's not really terrible for your hands, but you really will want to. Degreaser is a spectacular surfactant. It grabs grease, but it also ends up feeling really hard to wash off your hands. So, we're going to turn it on. Oh, wait, I haven't plugged it in. That's how to do that. There we go. And that might soon be time to replace this fluid. So let's all seem really specific. Oh, are these the same? Oh, they are. All right. Well, we can mix and match. All right. So I'm just filling each one with degreaser. And while it's sitting there doing its degreasing, I'm going to give them all Nice rinse on the outside. Ooh, you are filthy. Yeah, I think after this I'll do a full reset of the fluid here. I'm going to take these over to the sink and wash everything out. Beauty. Feels great in there. All right. You know, I could certainly end up spending time evapor-rusting these and getting all the tarnish off, but that's not necessary. I simply want these things to be functional. Yeah, I just need them to be functional and uncontaminated. Isn't that all we want from anybody? Functional and uncontaminated. That sounds great. I'm going to spray these with WD-40 and let them sit overnight to allow the WD-40 to do its water displacement that it does so well, that voodoo that it does so well. Ooh, pretty. All right. All right. Okay. Let's see here. So let those dry. I put evapor-rust in here. I just put evapor-rust in here. I said earlier I didn't want to evapor-rust these guys, but the inside of this is super caked up with some tarnish and gunk, and so I'm definitely going to let it sit there for overnight and then clean it out tomorrow. But let's oil tapping fluid. Great. Let's fill those. Ready to go, to be brought into the shop's practice. And when I want to dispense just a little oil, well, if I want to dispense some here on this piece of nylon, I just, and there it goes. I suppose I can also do a very small amount just by doing Doot, doot, doot. Letting gravity kind of apply it when I'm doing very small holes. Yes. Nice, beautiful old tools come back into the shop. At any rate, I'd love to know what old tools you still find on eBay or in secondhand shops that integrate beautifully into shop practice, because $6 each for these, absolute steal. Another area in which cheap eBay purchases can make your tools all better is file handles. These are fine. These are fine. Buy them all you want. They're just fine. But these are really nice. These are great. So you can go onto eBay and search file handle lot. I think I've said this in many videos in the past. That's another one that I love. I replace all my file handles with antique ones because they feel better, they look better. It just integrates with the way I want the shop to run better. Yeah, let me know in the comments. There we are. Let me know in the comments what tools you like for this kind of exercise. Thanks everyone for joining me. Adam out. Have a great day. I'm gonna just, oh yeah, this is our coda. I'm gonna fill this up, let it sit overnight, and then maybe a lot of sediment will have fallen to the bottom and I can pour it back in and I get a kind of new pass, a new lease on life. Yeah, look, now it's at its bottom edge. Here, let's, yeah, we'll tilt it so that it's drawing from the same location. You don't usually want to run a pump dry if you can help it. They don't love that. We're just gonna let you sit and think about what you've done. How do you get this guy out? All right, so I have cleaned out my parts washer. There was a ton of what do you call it? Like silt, like grease silt. I got a lot of that out of there. So now we're going to, these have been sitting overnight, and I'm just going to filter them with some cheesecloth. I'll get you the shot you want. Whoa, hey. I love these simple restoration projects. This was a delightful thing to get from eBay and a enjoyable hour-long, give or take, distraction over a couple of days. Thanks, everyone, for joining me. I'll see you next time.